conditional use. Allow an existing shed to remain less than 3 feet from the interior side property line, namely 0.2 feet. Where it has existed for at least 5 years. The matter was published in the Daily Herald on July 16, 2024. No comments from any of the neighboring municipalities or DuPage County authorities. And I have one exhibit. I ask you to raise your hand and be sworn in, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State your name and spell it.
Joseph McElligott, McElligott.
And your address.
22W305 Hackberry Drive, Glen Ellen, Illinois, 60137.
How long have you lived at that property?
Since October 2023. So less than a year.
And tell me, what is the base of the shed, the floor of the shed?
It's a wood base. There's no concrete.
Are there any utilities running to the shed?
There are none.
So there's no lighting or anything?
Nothing.
Any landscaping on the side of the shed?
There's a like a large tree, and then like I have a garden to the left of it, and there's garden area in front of it as well. So it's kind of locked in by.
What do you keep in the shed?
I keep lawnmower, gardening tools, snow blower, stuff like that.
What's the shed constructed of? Wow,
It's wood.
A wood shed?
Yep.
Do you know the last time it was stained or painted or whatever?
I was going to do it this year. It's been a decent while, it looks like, but I was kind of holding off.
What's the general condition of the shed in terms of the stability of the shed?
It's perfectly fine.
Okay. This is a pretty routine case for us, so I'll make a decision here shortly. The conditional uses are subject to time restrictions. The maximum that we grant is 10 years. The reason I asked you about condition is so I know how to judge the time limit. Because if you said, well, it's fallen down, I would say, okay, well, maybe you get 6 months. But I understand from your remarks that it's in good shape. So as I said, this is pretty routine kind of a case for us. Just one more thing. Why can't you move it?
It's locked in. So I did try to figure that out, but where the landscaping, like I've like a rocks and like a fence in front of it. So I can't pull it forward and pull it out because there's large trees that block it to the left.
Okay.
I would have loved to move it to the back of my property, but it's kind of locked in.
All right. Anything else you have, sir?
That's it. You
get a decision in the next couple of weeks by email, and then it'll go to the county development committee and full county board within the next several weeks. So you'll get your decision probably by the end of August.
okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll close the hearing since there's variation. The rear setback from 15 feet to 0 feet for removing existing deck and replacing the same deck with added stairs. The property is in Lyle Township. My sheet says 0.05 acres, comprised of 2,178 feet. Is that right? The matter was published in the Daily Herald on July 16, 2024. And I have, let's see, I thought I had, I guess I have no objections. From any of the authorities to whom we've submitted this. And I have a survey, which is 2024, and then a site plan, which is maybe just a markup of the survey. I don't know what's in here, but if it's referred to during the hearing, I can take it as an exhibit. And then would you two be sworn in, please?
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Would you state your names and spell them?
Mark Frederickson, M-A-R-K, F-R-E-D-E-R-I-C-K-S-O-N.
What's your connection to this case, sir?
I'm the contractor for this deck.
Experience with zoning?
I have not.
What's your address?
It's 5270 Westview Lane, Lyle, Illinois, 60522.
And you, sir?
I am the owner. I am Ravi Anjagimat, R-A-V-I, H-A-N-J-A-G-I-M-U-T-T,
Okay, your address?
440 Angelo Lane, Lyle, Illinois, 6053.
All right, tell me what's going on with this. First, let me understand, why do I have a 2,000 square foot lot in front of me? Is this a townhouse or something?
They are townhomes. It's a subdivision in the back of the meadows. It's,
Are you guys sworn in?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
so he came to me and wanted me to replace his deck and then add a set of stairs. So I started the process for it. And then going into the process, we got to this point where I was told I needed to have a meeting here for the zoning because the deck is on the homeowner association.
what are all these drawings?
They are my drawings, diagrams for how I was going to build the deck.
I'll take it as group exhibit 3, which will be the sketches of architectural drawing, and then what is this narrative?
That is the detailed scope of work, written out just so that what I was planning on doing was clearly written.
I'll take it as exhibit number 4, group exhibit number 4, scope of work document. And can you make your case for variation?
We just 100% sure what variation means.
Why do you want, did you have steps with your old deck?
No, there were no steps on his existing.
Why do you want to go to 0 feet?
I was told that the existing deck is both on his property and the HOA's property. And that in order for me to build what is existing and add those stairs, I needed to have a zoning review by you to tell me that I can go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, my issue is whether you can encroach into the setback on your property, not whether you can encroach on some neighboring property. I can't grant authority for that.
Sorry.
Does the existing deck that you're removing encroach into the 15-foot setback?
Yes, it does. It's built on both properties. It's built on Riley's property, and then it's built on the homeowner association's property. There's so much.
Okay. Can you tell me what your hardship is? We have to have a hardship on a unique circumstance or practical difficulty for me to consider this case. And a hardship is something relating to the property. Not, you know. It's not a personal circumstance. Have you already removed the old deck?
No, it's still existing. I've not touched it.
Who lives at this house?
Robbie does.
Anybody else?
Just my wife and son.
Wife and son and you?
Yeah.
Okay, how many exits are there on the rear of the property? How many doors?
That's the only door.
One door?
Yeah, that's the deck door.
Can you tell me the approximate dimensions of your townhouse? Could it be 66.5 inches?
Yeah,
long,
Yeah, that sounds good.
and would it be 30 inches?
Yeah, towards it.
Okay. Probably says here, but I can't quite tell how far the back of the house is from the property line. Three feet southwest. 1/2 inch at corner or something. Oh, this just shows the encroachment. But it doesn't show the, from the back of the house to the property line. Oh, there it is. Sort of mysterious what that 6.5 is supposed to mean. Okay, well, if that's all you have, then is there anybody online that wants to testify about this case?
I'm a neighbor.
Well, are you going to testify about this case?
Well, I don't know. There seems to be some confusion. The way it was,
Are you going to give testimony about this case, sir?
yes,
And how about Mr. Fox?
Yes,
Would you both raise your hand and be sworn in? Oh, and
Sure.
there's a Sullivan too. Anybody that wants to testify, raise your hand and be sworn in.
my hand is raised.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you are about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes,
Yes,
Mr. Fox, your name is FOX.
that's correct.
What's your address, sir?
448 Angelo Lane.
Where is that in relation to this parcel?
I believe it's 4 houses away from Robbie's house.
Okay, do you support or oppose this request?
I support the request.
And can you tell me why?
Yes, I did the same thing to my deck last year. I got it approved. It took a while to get approved because it encroached the property line, but the homeowners association agreed to it. The old deck, the one that was there when I purchased the house, encroached the property line, and it got approved somehow 20-some years ago.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Shuda,
yes, sir.
your name SHUTA,
Correct.
and your address, sir?
438 Angelo Lane.
How many houses away are you?
I'm right next door to the east.
Do you support or oppose the petition?
I support.
And can you tell me why?
Well, I'm on the HOA board, and apparently these decks were built, when they were built, do encroach on the HOA property. We were asked probably a couple months ago if we approved it, and we approved that he could do this. The stairs are going on the side of his deck within his property. They're not going out the back. So we, as the HOA president, we approve this encroachment, I guess it would be, into the common area.
Well, you understand that DuPage County cannot approve any encroachment on your property.
I understand that, but we were asked to approve this 2 months ago by somebody, I thought, at the county asked for it. And I was confused by the letter because I don't know what the variance is. I don't understand 15 feet to 0 feet. If you could explain that to me, that would help me, but I support what he's trying to do.
It means you're not entitled to have a structure in the setback line, which is 15 feet, according to the zoning ordinance. Who's
Okay.
next? I have 2 other people on the line, is that right?
We're together.
Oh, yeah. Who's the other person? I don't see a name for the last speaker.
Jill Sullivan.
Sullivan?
Yes.
And were you sworn in?
Yes.
Is there an echo or are you both answering the same word at the same time? I'm confused.
There is an echo. Let me move.
All right. Who is speaking now?
One moment, please. Jill Sullivan, I'm speaking.
And what's your address, Ms. Sullivan?
I'm at 445 Lawrence Lane.
You hear that? And how far are you from this parcel?
2 blocks
Do you support or
in the same
oppose?
community.
Do you support?
I support it.
You want to tell me why?
Yes, because it is a proposal to replace the existing deck that has been there for over 20 years and to add a set of stairs to make it safer in the event of some kind of disaster like a fire.
Okay, thank you very much. And the other, Mr. Sullivan is not going to speak, is that right?
That's correct. I'm speaking for the 2 of us.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else, sir? All right, I'll close the hearing. You'll get a decision in the next couple of weeks by email, and then it goes to the County Development Committee and the full county board. Okay, on the front wall. 2, a variation to reduce the front yard setback from the required 30 feet to 5 feet to park a boat on a trailer. The matter was published again. This is an amended petition because the case has already been ruled on. Republished in the Daily Herald on July 16, 2024. I have an objection or comments in opposition from the city of Warrenville. I'm going to adopt the record from the prior petition. So all of the exhibits are exhibits from the prior case. And then I have a new letter, which is a to whom it may concern request. That is of no real consequence because the name is blotted out. So I have an anonymous letter of objection, which I'll take as the expression goes for what it's worth. And then may I ask you to be sworn in, please?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Okay, tell me your name, sir.
Todd Breeze, G-R-I-E.
Same address,
Yes.
and you,
Carly Breeze,
Carly, C-A-R,
Karley.
and you,
I'm a neighbor,
what's your name,
Patricia,
last name?
DAVOUST.
Tell me your address, please.
3S283 Home Avenue. 3S
S
283
283, what's the
Home.
street?
Home, HOME Avenue,
Okay, and what's the city?
Warrenville. Unincorporated DuPage County.
Yeah, I can tell by the 2S. I have a 21W. Okay, so what new information do you have, sir?
All right. What I got here is I measured the back by the gate back there because you were talking to me about putting that boat in the backyard. I got 8 feet across. I need 10 to back the trailer in there with the boat on it. So Home Avenue is very difficult, would be very difficult to back that in there. I would need an easement across the street by my neighbor on the other side of Home Avenue to pull up onto the back that boat straight in through there with 10 feet. It's,
My recollection is that's the same testimony you gave at the last case.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Then I have here,
I can't take any photos from a phone.
I got photos of the house.
I can't take them unless you have photographs, hard copies.
Oh, yeah.
They have to be printed out in order to be part of the record, because you can't show me something that's not, I can't consider anything that's not part of the record
Okay,
and a photograph has to be submitted, you know,
I was never knew that,
well, that's why they make zoning lawyers.
never knew that, so.
This case was continued for you to have a lawyer.
Right. Well, my uncle
let's
had
just-
something very important to take care of on
Okay,
the
but
case.
just for the record, your lawyer is not gonna appear today?
No,
All right,
so maybe we need a continuance
no,
to
I'm
get
not
the, to
continuing.
get the pictures.
You can mail the pictures. I'll hold the record open for a week for you to submit the pictures, either by email
Or
or
drop them off.
whichever.
All right. All I could say is you made your, report, I read it. And you said that the boat, was noticeable. I took photos of my house today with the boat in the driveway. I got trees around my house. You can't even see the boat coming down Waterfield Road or the frontage road. You can't even see it. You would really have to look real hard. to see
Can
the
I
boat,
contribute to this conversation?
You know,
I think like what I have to say is there's a lot of people in the neighborhood who have trailers and they have boats.
I can't take that into consideration. That's, I mean, you can report them.
So, okay, but they can park behind their property line, which we don't have that
I see.
opportunity.
Okay.
You know, it's a recreational boat. It's not like we're opening like an abortion clinic or something on Butterfield Road.
In a
I
boat,
think we should be able to have a boat, you know, it's not like we're opening a bar or something. And on the one side of the house, we couldn't put, concrete or blacktop because what's under that?
well, this, well is there.
Yeah, so we weren't allowed to do that. We tried to do that. And then in the backyard, you can't do that because all of the sewage. And on the other side of the house, same thing, you're too close to the property line, so.
but that presumes that you must have a boat.
It's recreational, it's for family. That's what I pay taxes for.
Well, I think
To live in
taxes and nobody
DuPage
gave me a
County.
boat. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Can I take your information?
I drove past the house on the way here today. I
Just,
took a
when you
picture.
start speaking, just tell us your name,
Sure, Patricia DeBoos.
okay?
The boat is clearly visible, as are the other 4 vehicles in the front yard. It's,
So you oppose the petition?
I do.
Okay.
I understand and I feel for you, honestly, but there is a boat storage facility a half a mile from where we live on Butterfield Road.
That storage facility is closed down.
Okay.
You drive
I don't
by,
wanna
it's
argue-
closed.
I don't want to
And-
argue about that.
And,
There's also the,
and I've lived there 26 years. Do you see how my house is all planted out? I got $3,000 in flowers out there.
Sir, whether it's
How's the
visible,
front of your house look?
sir.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't think
I got
it's
all the
relevant.
testimony I need. Thank you very much for your information.
The only question I have, sir, on the survey here, we're sitting right here, and you made a mention to me before. Why can't I put it right here?
That was a question.
That was a question. Why would I be able to put it right here? Can I? Yes, I can. I thought about that after. The well cap is down back here.
Okay, I'm not gonna explore alternatives with you.
Well, that was the alternative you threw at me like the last meeting.
Okay.
That you talked about. at the last
Maybe it
meeting.
was a question, I don't recall. You have anything else?
Oh, just that.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll close the hearing. Same routine, you'll get a decision within the next couple of weeks. Then it'll go to the county development committee and
Okay,
and then ultimately the county board, you'll have an answer by the end of August.
okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
great, thank you. 24 South petition, this is a request for variation to allow a 4-H project for a property that is less than 40,000 square feet in size, approximately 32,754. They have a miniature horse and donkey on the property. The matter was published in the Daily Herald on July 16. I have no comments or objections from any of the authorities to whom we've circulated the case. I have a survey. And I have, I don't know what this is, maybe a listing sheet for the property.
Yes, correct.
What's that? Okay, I'll take that as petitioner's exhibit number 2. And then group exhibit 3 is a series of 4 photographs. One of the photographs that I had is blank.
Yeah.
So, you want to withdraw that?
Correct.
Yeah, perfect. Could you both raise your hands and be sworn in?
You're gonna be speaking?
No, not unless I have to.
Raise your hand just in
Requested.
case.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, tell me your name
My name is Stacy Step,
and your address.
0x425 River Glen Road, West Chicago, Illinois 60185.
How long have you lived there?
10 plus years, will be 11 years in November.
Who lives there with you?
Myself.
Your son?
Myself.
Yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Why is this an exhibit?
Okay,
Listing sheet.
there is there should be two listing sheets actually.
All right. Okay, I'll take it as group exhibit. Because
Sure. The first one that has the list date of 2006 was listed on the real estate MLS as scenic 9/10 of an acre, which equates to 39,204 square feet, which is just less than 800 feet away from the 40,000 square feet, which is necessary as 1 acre for equine. And then the MLS listing that is listed as August of 2013, which my house was listed again in the MLS, is also listed as almost 1 acre horse country, which is the other exhibit. And since I purchased my home, the county has taken back 30 feet from the middle of the road to the easement, which is not maintained nor reduced in taxes, causing a practical difficulty, causing my property to be reduced in square footage.
I cannot tell you how many times people come in here and have no clue about the standards for hardship, unique circumstance, and practical difficulty. So it is a complete pleasure to have someone suggest the rule and give testimony to support your position in connection with them. Thank you. Tell me what am I supposed to make of these photographs?
Okay, next, I will move on to discuss the 4-H program and the animals I wish to obtain on my property. Currently, I'm working with Nancy Reppy, who is the Youth Development Program Coordinator for the DuPage County 4-H Extension. If I'm granted variation, it will allow me to move forward with the process of becoming a 4-H leader. I look at the picture of the miniature donkey and the miniature horse, which are these two. You will see that they are very different than an average horse. Horses are measured in hand, with one hand equating to 4 inches, whereas miniature horses and donkeys are measured in inches. A horse by definition is taller than 14.2 hands at the withers, which is the highest point of the back. Miniature horses and donkeys are often no taller than 38 inches, often the size of a dog. Whereas if you see, this is a Great Dane dog, which measures 35 inches, whereas the miniature donkey here is listed at 33 inches, and the miniature horse is 38 inches.
This one's okay.
Yes.
Great.
Horses are considered livestock, whereas the miniature horse and donkey are not. They're considered companion animals because they cannot be ridden. They're considered showing, driving, and therapy. Resources displayed from the American Miniature Horse Association, as well as the Smithsonian National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute. The miniature horse and donkey that wishing to obtain on my property the horses lived in the neighborhood for 15 years. I acquired her through the passing of a neighbor. The miniature donkey has lived in our neighborhood for 9 years. These are not new animals to the neighborhood, and all the neighbors are familiar with them. In closing, if this variance was granted, there would be absolutely no physical changes to my property. It would allow me to move forward as a 4-H leader, as well to obtain the miniature horse and miniature donkey on my property, which again are not considered livestock.
Did you tell me how long you've lived at the property?
Yes, it'll be 11 years that I've owned the property in October, and it'll be 11 years that I will reside in it on November.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ms. McCauley, were you sworn in? Do you want to give testimony in this case?
My name's Kathy Lentz.
Oh,
Haley lives
well, I
right
see
next
a
door.
Haley McCauley as well.
Yes.
Ms. Lenz, are you going to give testimony?
I am.
Okay, were you sworn in?
I raised my hand while you were doing that, but I didn't say anything. So I guess I have been, maybe.
I guess you have too. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't say it. You didn't say I do?
I do. I didn't because you were just looking at each other, not up here, so.
Let's hear from Ms. McCauley, who is on mute apparently. Ms.
Hi,
McCauley,
sir. Yeah, I am working today, so I am actually in my car. I have joined on for support, but I live next to Stacy.
Are
I
you
don't
gonna
have
get
any problem.
testimony in this case? Are you
No,
going to
I
get
did not.
testimony?
No.
You're just listening?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel to raise your right hand and be sworn in. Ms. Lenz, I'm gonna have you sworn in again since there's something.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And tell us your address again.
My address is 29W120 River Glen Road, West Chicago, 60185.
Where is that in relation to this parcel?
It's across the street and just slightly north.
And do you support or oppose the case or the petition, or are you neutral?
No, I support her case.
Okay. Do you want to tell me in a couple of words why?
We've been neighbors for 11 years. We have lived in our home for 33 years. It's a very animal-oriented neighborhood. And I have worked with miniature horses for several years, so I'm very well-versed in their care. And just seeing the care that these animals are given, you've heard the statement that when I pass, I want to come back as somebody's animal. I'd want to come back as one of hers because they are so well taken care of. And when we moved into that property 33 years ago, this property that Stacy lives on now did have horses, and full-size horses, and more than one was allowed there at the time.
Great. Thank you very much. Anything else from you?
Did you want anything else from me?
Pardon me?
I didn't know if you had any questions for me.
No, I don't have any questions.
Oh, okay.
Great. I guess just one question. I'm not asking you to predict the future, but you're asking for a variation request which runs with the land and lasts forever. How long do you intend to be at the property?
I mean, I am a teacher. I work nearby. I'm not retired anytime soon. My career. I live by myself.
So indefinitely is the
Yes,
answer.
I do not foresee myself moving. I'm not sure
Done.
how I can be impacting that in any way.
Great. Thank you very much. I understand your case. We'll get a decision in a couple of weeks, and same process as last time, goes up to ladder to the development committee and the full county board. Okay?
Thank you.
Right, thank you. But comment to be at this hearing, at this meeting, there are no minutes to be approved. There is no old business, no new business, and therefore I'm adjourning the meeting after having heard the zoning cases. We're off the record.